before we start though, have I told you that this channel is becoming a cooking channel? No, it's not. This was just an Italian project, but I had fun doing it, and it was practically mandatory that I placed it on YouTube. So yeah, give it a check if you want to learn how to make Italian tiramisu. I think I didn't offend any sort of Italian grandma from doing that, hopefully. Now, so following 2 seasons of mediocrity, from 2015 came this greatest season of all time, aside from Total Drama World Tour, to save this franchise. The ridonculous race is what we're gonna tackle next, and as I was doing it, things kept on piling on, to the extent that I had to make 70 things right with it. The logo is absolutely stunning. This cast was perfect, the best new cast we had since the original. Whereas in Pacquiao Island the dynamic between Emmy and Sammy was completely botched, that kind of relation was ported perfectly into Emma and Kitty. Owen and Noah being back, yes! Even if Mickey and Jay were a bit pathetic, they were hilarious with that sad tune that constantly plays whenever they're on camera. The idea of making the villains this season a couple of ice dancers was so out of left field, and I have to commend the writers for it. The dynamic between Dwayne and Junior. Mcord gives no shit, and I love her for it. Tom and Jen being references to the 2 main faces of Total Drama. Only love the fact that so many teams have themes. Emily Claire Barlow voices not 1, but 2 characters this season, so they are my immediate favorite characters, obviously. Also, the vegans were such a joy to watch. The Goths were even more so. Jerry and Pete had so much dry wit, and I love them for it. I mean, it's not a secret that dry wit is a predominance here in Dramatic Scar. These previous 14 facts were found in just 6 minutes into the first episode. Perspectives. The whole concept of the ridonculous race was just perfect. Quite oftenly on the background you will see familiar things that were present in previous seasons of Total Drama. You might even see Chris. The bromance between Jeff and Brody. Dawn was such a nice change of pace. All of the annoying characters are eliminated early. So, Leonard and Tammy. The way the vegans race with ecological ideals, I really appreciate that. Honestly, I didn't expect the daters to become haters. And wow, they were okay. I know why we don't care for Pacquiao Island. Scott Mcord isn't in it, but man, he is here. A lot. 6 years since the introduction of this season, and only now it clicked that they named the game plan Boomerangs because the challenge was taking place in Australia. Wow. I don't know, seeing the genius and the vegans interacting with each other, knowing they both have the same voice actors feels so right. So, cultural background. One of you told me that one of the worst moments this season was when Owen drank the camel spit. Well, as a Portuguese, I find that completely delicious. But let me explain why. In Portugal, we have a dessert called baba de camelo. It's made by mixing eggs with boiled condensed milk, and it becomes a sweet, sweet creamy mousse. Baba de camelo can be translated as literally camel saliva. Why that name for a dessert, I will never be able to understand though. And no, it does not have any sort of camel saliva whatsoever in it. But yeah, a cultural lesson here in Dramatic Scar. Thank you for coming. Class is enjoyed. Dawn, the rivalry between the ice dancers and the cadets. Loki, I love him so much. Owen's caricature had me rolling. Josee's breakdowns. Kelly canceling Taylor is something so good to see. The police cadets are a reference to a movie I watched once, and I never thought they would be seen here. MacArthur is a reference to the character Lisa McCarthy played, while Sanders is a reference to the character Sandra Bullock played. Just complexity. So what if the sharks in the Icelandic feast were from the sharks in the challenge in Calanque de Maubois? Sharks being afraid of magnets is factual, so it's really nice to know. I like that teams are penalized for cutting corners, not by sabotaging other teams. If they slow down other teams, they're off the hook, but if they skip challenges, they are penalized, which gives this season some depth. Junior is impressively strong. He more than once carried his father on his sheer force. Hashtag justice for the Goths. Yeah, justice for the Goths. They deserve more. They deserve to win. Josee's evil laugh. Emma and Noah. I don't usually care for couples in this cartoon, but I love these two so much. Challenges were so original. MacArthur's glutes were inspirational. just as much as the ice dancers' desire to win. Chet having some nice gymnastic skills. Have they not mentioned the history that Romania has in gymnastics? And I would never learn the success that Romania has in the Olympics. And that one athlete of them is called Aurelia Dobre, mother of one of the worst YouTubers in the world. You figure that out. Ungoth Goths were hilarious. The extremely gothic Goths kicked butt. MacArthur's lessons on being nice. I follow that. How is it possible that Noah becomes better at every season he is in? Owen being a supportive partner. Yes, we are doing more. The pork and beans challenge makes me hungry. And that's good. Devin's stages of breaking up. Gothic Devin. Carrie moving on. I like that Emma and Kitty started doing better once they started tagging along with Owen and Noah, but they didn't need them at all to do good afterwards. The alliance between the sisters and the best friends. Kitty in general, she's almost kinda like a Lindsay, vocally and physically. Ryan's patience is admirable. I could make this list with the Goths and it would still be a valid list. Every episode where the Goths place first. The Husky, look at him, such a good boy, yo. The surfers always sharing their love with Dawn. Deep down, we know he likes them. Just Dawn overall, he is so adorable. I'll see myself out there. The ridonculous race. I get it now. Even Dawn showing evident disdain for the ice dancers. The last 4 episodes were intense. The last scene where Kitty and Emma were racing next to Carrie and Devin was a nail-biter, and wow, I never thought they would still have this sort of suspense left in them. Good job, writers. The finale was very good. We even got to see Sky's sister. I mean, what? Josee's downfall was hilarious and deserved. And the most important thing, the whole format in general. It proved that Total Drama could still have a lot to give. Strong characters, interesting challenges, legit cultural stories. It's all just Total Drama World Tour, but with an almost completely different cast and an even better format. This format needs more iterations urgently. If there's gonna be a new season, then let it be one about this. Please. #bring back Courtney.